Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be soaring across continents and diving into the fascinating world of the Sacred Ibis. This majestic bird with its black and white plumage has not only graced the skies of Africa for centuries, but has also played a significant role in the ancient civilization of Egypt, and has been intertwined with human history for over 3,000 years. So buckle up, because we're about to uncover the secrets of the Sacred Ibis. The Sacred Ibis, also known as the African Sacred Ibis, belongs to the Testcornidae family, which includes other long-legged wading birds such as spoonbills. The Sacred Ibis was once a stable bird in northern Egypt, but they're now functionally extinct. I'll explain in a little bit, so stick around. It's really interesting, if not a little creepy. In the meantime, please subscribe to the channel. Speaking of spoonbills, you can actually see one in the background. You can also see Chilean flamingos. And if you look closely throughout this video, you'll also see a redbird, which is actually a cousin of the Sacred Ibis, the red ibis. The Sacred Ibis are actually easily recognizable. They have a predominantly white body with a bald black head and neck, giving them a distinct, almost prehistoric look. Their downward curved bill is perfect for probing water for their favourite snacks. Found throughout much of Africa and the Middle East, Sacred Ibis are actually social creatures, often seen in large colonies near wetlands, their preferred habitats. Here they use their specialised bills for hunting for insects, crustaceans, small fish, and even pick apart anything that has died. They're not picky eaters. So yeah, they will eat dead things, as in they will eat carrion. Sacred Ibis has an extremely large range and can be found throughout, as I said, much of sub-Saharan Africa and even Madagascar. They've also been documented in Iran, Iraq and Yemen. But also, as I said, they are pretty much regionally extinct in Egypt. The species mainly inhabits the marshlands and margins of inland freshwater, wetland salt plains, farm dams, rivers and open forest, grasslands and cultivating fields, as well as the coastal region, intertidal areas, offshore and mangroves. The population is actually a very healthy 10,000 mature individuals, and the population doesn't appear to be fragmented and doesn't appear to be declining. But the story of the Sacred Ibis goes beyond the impressive foraging skills. In ancient Egypt, these birds were considered to be sacred and associated with the god Thoth. Here are some depictions of the god Thoth. The god Thoth was the god of wisdom, writing, and magic. The Sacred Ibis frequently appeared in hieroglyphs and religious ceremonies, highlighting their cultural significance. This elevated status for the Sacred Ibis actually led to their downfall within Egypt. It is thought that they actually disappeared from the marshes around the Nile in Egypt between roughly 650 and 250 BC. The ancient Egyptians actually sacrificed staggering numbers of these. This was found by archaeological digs, having literally found millions of these birds being offered to the god Thoth. These birds were mummified, interred after being sacrificed, as I said, to the god Thoth to cure illness, gift long life, or even sort out romantic troubles. The current thinking is that due to the sheer scale of the ibis mummifying industry, many Egyptologists have assumed that the bird, specifically the African ibis, was deliberately bred in large centralized farms. This assumption has been bolstered by archaeological and textual evidence for the large-scale bird. Their theory was that they were actually captured and kept on farms along with other species of ibis before being mummified and offered to the god Thoth to show the sheer scale of mummification. Recent archaeological finds shows that 1.5 million of these birds were actually deposited in 6 catacombs. Thankfully, the species survived to date. As I said, they can be found throughout Africa and a bit of Asia, but they're functionally extinct in Egypt, so they never ever went back there. It's a little bit ironic that the sacred ibis is actually needed in Egypt more than ever. Let me explain. In ancient Egypt, they knew that the sacred ibis kept a debilitating disease called, forgive my pronunciation, bilharzia, in check. But now we know that a snail, one of the main food sources of the sacred ibis, is actually the host to a parasite. But unfortunately, because they're functionally extinct, this parasite is now rampant in Egypt and is actually nearly as bad as malaria. And nature's natural remedy would be the sacred ibis to keep the snails, which are hosts to the parasite, in check. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this video, you might like Google's next recommendation, the northern bald ibis, which is also critically endangered. Folks, I'll be taking a trip next week, probably next Friday, next Saturday. I might be posting I'll be posting a live video from the zoo in Prague. But if I do, then I will definitely put up a link. So keep an eye out for that one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day and stay safe.